I'm Jason Webb from Michigan. I scored a 5K payout my first month. I'm 19 years old and I love doing this. This is a dream for me. I would tell myself that trading is a scaling game. Once you get consistency down, the more capital you get, the more you're going to make.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Funded Traders YouTube channel. In today's interview, we have Jason, who just scored a 5K payout. What's up, man?
What's going on? I'm Jason Webb from Michigan. I scored a 5K payout my first month. I'm 19 years old and I love doing this. This is a dream for me.
Yeah, so just think about that. You're 19 years old and you just had a 5K month. Like, that is unbelievable.
Living a lot of the 19-year-old's dreams. I'll say that. It's never too young to get started.
So when did you actually get started? Because I mean, usually people take years and years to learn. So
I learned about trading back in sophomore year of high school. I was about 15, 16. So it was about 3-4 years ago. I learned about it then, and I've only been consistent for the past about year and a half, but that's about when I learned about it. Yeah.
So when did you actually find out about prop firms
Yeah, so
I actually capitalize on this opportunity?
Yeah, I found the first one I found, like a lot of people probably, was FTMO. I learned about them maybe 2 years ago. I actually did a challenge with them. I signed up under my mom signed me up under her name, and I was going to trade with her, but that didn't go well. Failed that. But I took a little break from that, and I found TFT back in, I would say, summer last year, and I joined their Discord in November, and I started the first challenge back in November.
And then you passed, and then you got your funded, and then just recently you got your payout. So, I mean, considering your journey seems a bit short, like usually people say, "Oh, I failed 39 challenges, 68."
I have failed.
How many have you failed?
Probably about 5 now. I've failed about like 5 probably. And those were all pretty much 100K challenges. And then I passed a 50K. So that was where I got my payouts from.
Yeah. So 50K, 5K. I mean, you made 10% just like on the challenge, and not even, you made double what the challenge required. So
yeah, just passed another 100K a little bit ago, and I'm on track for another 5K payout March 1st. So
I mean,
see how that goes.
That's amazing, man. 5K month, another 5K. You don't need to fly too high. Don't fall down too low. Just keep consistent, because 5K per month, by the end of the year, that's just gonna keep growing. And you're gonna hit a 10K month, maybe a 20K month, but you can always like get another account or just grow towards the 600K max.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going for, I got another 3 challenges in progress. So
yeah, because when you hit that 600K, man, that's it. It's game over. You hit the end game. Yeah. You hit the end screen in Tetris. You hit all the blocks. You just cleared 4 rows. Bang, bang, bang. And that's it. There's no more. The kill screen arrives, and you're killing 60K per month. Like,
that's when I buy my Tesla.
Oh, that is the dream, man. So keep at it, man.
That is very much.
Yeah. So I know you're pretty young, but like, what's been your like psychology and mindset in all of this? Like, how do you approach things?
Yeah. So I approach things. My trading strategy specifically, I'm more of a swing trader. I like to look at 4-hour, 1-hour charts. I'm more of a pullback trader with some fundamentals and technicals. I love to look at fundamentals a lot. I think a lot of traders should. It's really important to see what the big banks are doing, the COT data. It's good to look at inflation data, unemployment. All of that is a really key factor in how the markets actually move. So I like to bet against the retail trader. I like to trade with institutions on the COT data side, and I like to just risk small.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a very solid mindset. I mean, if you look at retail sentiment versus COT data, and like, it's crazy.
It is.
Everyone is going short. Psych, banks are long. Like, that's all they do.
It's a common pattern actually with a lot of the trades I've taken in the past. Whereas you look at the data and you'd see when the COT data comes out, a lot of the institutions are long. You look at the retail sentiment and you see the crowd is short. Well, about 90% of the traders lose. So if they're all short, I'm betting against them. That's the only thing that the best thing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, see, seriously, seems like you just cracked the code, man.
Now, it doesn't always work,
Of course.
They'll both be on the same side sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Institutions will be long, and then the retail sentiment will be long as well. But majority of the time, man, they're not going the right way. They're not going the right way.
Yeah. So maybe what books have you read or like videos watched about psychology?
So I actually have not read any books. I'm not a fan of books. I don't like reading books. But I have gone through, let's say, I've done the whole Baby Pips course, which would be a really good place for new traders to start. If you're really looking to get into trading and learning all the fundamentals, Baby Pips is a very good place to start. And then just from that, just honestly, YouTube. YouTube is the biggest academy for everything. You got to watch with who you watch and take information from. It's really a slippery slope there in YouTube, but there's a lot of gold nuggets over there on YouTube of really good traders.
What's your 5-year plan if you have one?
Yeah, 5-year plan. I would love to. I'm currently in college right now. I'm finishing that up, but I would love to get funded for more prop firms. In general, I like to hit the 600K limit for TFT. I'd like to hit that by the end of the year. We'll see. And ultimately, I want to hit 2 million funded throughout all prop firms. And then in 5 years, I'm hoping to actually get into a brick and mortar prop firm or just a hedge fund in general. I like to do this long term. It's really interesting. Markets and stuff, they're really cool because it's like a never ending puzzle. They just constantly move, and it's you're trying to crack the code every day. You're trying to solve it, and it's never solvable, you know?
Yeah, it's just like the Bitcoins that keep creating these problems, and like they keep getting solved every single day. You know, you're never gonna know the exact movement, but following the certain patterns, following what we know, to give us a result that maybe can give us a higher success rate or a payout.
And then you just learn from your mistakes, and you just play your new plan every day, right? You have a new plan that goes along with your strategy. It's like it's a game, and it's really cool. And I love that TFT has been able to gamify it even further.
How would you say you handle losses? Maybe a string of losses. Like, what do you do to stop yourself from losing it all?
Yeah, so I've gone through maybe about 2 loss streaks since I started, and it's really difficult. Your psychology definitely does go down. That's not something to hide from, but you just got to know that in the end, your edge is going to play out. You just got to keep going with it. And once you start getting those wins back and you start getting the winning trades, it feels really good. Something I like to do is just shut off the charts. Honestly, you just gotta, until you can settle down and know that gambling is not the right way to go, and you got to know that you're putting your edge in play. It's best to just shut off the charts if you're not in that mindset, you know?
Yeah, especially since you're a swing trader. I mean, if you lose, then you're trying to enter again, revenge trading.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to lead anywhere because swings usually take longer. So if you just lose and lose and lose,
and it really sucks
to do, you know.
It really sucks for those with swing trading when you're going through that loss streak. Is there'll be a week or a week and a half to 2 weeks where you didn't win at all, right? And you're down for those weeks, and you're like, wow, I really could have went and got my 9 to 5, and I could have made what 1,500 this week for the past 2 weeks, but instead I've just been losing, and I made negative, right? But you got to know that your edge is going to play out, right?
Yeah, so that's the only thing you can hope for. If you are consistent and you are consistently beating out the market with your edge, I mean, sure, you can make something with a 9 to 5, but eventually your one trade is gonna pay 50 weeks of a 9 to 5.
Yes.
So just keep your head up. And,
very good.
Yeah,
those trades feel very good.
Yeah, definitely your mental strength is very high considering the losses that you might take in like a week. It's like you're brilliant, man.
Thank you. It's just playing like a robot. You just got to think like a robot, and with a little bit of, you got to have a little bit of psychology in there. But
yeah, I mean, because the emotions they ruin us, man. Like letting our emotions rule over us is just that's the one thing that always you can count on Is your body reacting in a certain way? Your mind starts racing when certain things happen, but
heart rate goes up, and then you start placing the bigger lots, right?
Yep.
Something that does not go towards your strategy, and you're hoping that it just goes one way, right? Then you're praying to the chart gods, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't need hope. We just need to follow our edge. That's it. Yeah. As far as your strategy goes, maybe what's your win rate like?
Yeah, so my win rate it's actually below 50%. I'm probably around, I think it's like 40%. It changes, but I like to let my runners run, and I cut my losses short. So I don't really have a take profit for my trades. I usually trail my stops, and I let it just keep trailing until it reverses. So I'd say I'm a trend trader, but my win rate it's under 50%.
Okay, so even with a lower than 50% win rate, that means your risk to reward must be pretty significant, right?
Yeah, it's probably around 1 to 2, 1 to 3, more around the 1 to 3 area.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 1 to 3, that's all you need.
That is
from a trade. Just give me that 1 to 3, and I'll be happy.
And it ultimately depends on how much the pair is going to give me, right? I had a gold trade actually, which was a part of this big payout. My first month of my live account, which made me, I think, 9%. It brought me out of the rut. I was in a losing streak.
Yeah.
And the trade went from, I think it was like 1 to 10. It just kept riding, and I just kept trailing my stop and just kept going.
I mean, that's what you can expect from gold, from indices. Like last week, US 30 hit 34,250. And this melted like 7,800 points. I was out of my mind just looking at the charts. I was like, when is the pullback? Let me get in there.
Yeah, I know.
It's melting and melting and melting, and it just wouldn't stop.
Gold did that too the other week.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. It went from 1959 all the way to like 18 or unreal.
I tried to get in there too. It was hitting a level of a pullback, a good level of support, and I placed a trade, instantly stopped out. Instantly. I was like, wow, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole, man. I think it was an hour, and my trade was gone.
Yeah, hour. Yeah. Talk about a few minutes, man. Every time I'm trading gold, I'm like, okay, guys, I'm ready. I get in there, bang. Like 2-3 minutes later, I just get stop hunted. 50 pips, 80 pips. Gold does that. It knows when I enter. When I enter. Man, what are some other pairs you like trading though?
Yeah, I really like trading US 30 in the gold. SPX 500 was a really good one. I made quite a decent profit on that in the past couple of weeks. It's been in a really nice trend. Then just a lot of the yen pairs. I like trading CHF JPY, Euro USD, GBP JPY, GBP USD. A lot of the USD pairs is where I like to settle.
And how do you stay patient and avoid getting in too early? Like, as far as your strategy goes, like, what's maybe a entry criteria that you're like, okay, I'm getting in?
Yeah, so I like to see a lot of bias with fundamentals. COT data and retail sentiment have to be going good. We got to get the inflation data, and a lot of it has to be pointing in a good bias fundamentally for me to have a bias towards the pair. And then I got to look for a good technical setup. So if I'm long bias on, let's say, UJ, I got to wait for a pullback.
So you're looking at like Fibonacci's, or when you're saying?
Yeah, Fibonacci, I like to use that a lot. The 50% retracement's pretty good. I like using the
61.
Yeah, the 61. I don't really touch the 3, but yeah, the 50% and the 61, like the pullbacks I like to settle with.
Yeah, because the golden ratio, man, it's just found all in nature. All the little, it's everywhere, man. So you can obviously expect it in the market. The people's psychology of trading, I'm getting in that level, man. It's like the greed of the human mind. Everyone's just getting in there, and if everyone's getting in, the market has to create that volume, and it just it impulses back way up to where it first started. So
It's really hard for me not to take profits at I would like to take the profits and at like the double top, but a lot of times what you see in the market is sometimes it'll just blow past it. And then you think to yourself, wow, I if I didn't get out, I could have just
Yeah, I
profited even
mean,
more.
from the
So
61, it goes all the
mhm,
way to the negative
yeah.
61. It's like over 100%. It's like
So
first leg and then correction, and then we get the entire just massive impulse. It's
yeah.
amazing.
It's really hard for me not to take profits there. And sometimes I kick myself. I'm like, wow, if I did take profit, because sometimes it retraces back
Yeah.
and then it'll go back to my stop loss or it'll just go back to break even. I'm like, wow, if I did take profit, I would have made
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
mean, it
profit.
just
But
depends. When you do one thing, it does the other. When you do the
uh,
other thing, it does the opposite. So don't beat yourself up on that, man. It
they like
happens.
they
It
like to
always
move how
does
they
the
want.
opposite, man. Yeah. You can't win them all and you can't have all the profits in the world, but
Mhm.
as long as you're cashing out something, which you are clearly, you're going to be successful. And for one of the final questions, I wanted to ask, if you could trade from anywhere in the world, where would that be?
That's a tough question, but something like Cancun on the beach somewhere would be definitely nice. I love beaches. Going to Florida this summer. Love Florida. Any beach, an island,
An
maybe on a boat.
island on a yacht with a
Trader
coconut.
dream.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, that's pretty much I think the dream of everyone, just
That is, yeah.
to have the opportunity to trade from anywhere in the whole world. Like just go anywhere. You could be in Alaska with Starlink. You can be in a submarine under the ocean. As long as you can connect to the internet, you can trade from anywhere, man. From
Yeah.
Mars. Soon there'll be a Mars trading colony,
Oh, that
guaranteed,
would be
man.
great.
Yeah, man. And for the final question, if you could talk to your former self, what would you tell yourself when you were first starting out trading? Like, what's the best advice you would give to yourself?
Yeah, I would say to keep with it, stick to your strategy and the potential that you can get from proprietary firms and the funded trader are insane. To manage so much capital, I would tell myself that trading is a scaling game. Once you get consistency down, the more capital you get, the more you're going to make, right? And ultimately, that's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you just stick with it and you know that this is the long game, you don't need to
Mhm.
make 100,000 today.
Yeah.
You will be able to make 100,000 per day eventually
Yes,
once you have 10 million, 50 million, whatever. But as we keep growing our skills, it's possible.
it is. Yeah.
It's absolutely possible to reach that level. We just have to never give up and to never settle. We can always improve and always increase our capital, our skills, our psychology, and so on. Yeah, man. So it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I mean, you're such a young guy. I know there's still so much to learn for each of us, so much to improve in every aspect of trading. But I know that you're gonna keep growing your accounts, keep getting those payouts, 5K, how much ever it is. Even if you have a bad month, 1K payout is a bad month. It's not even $1. As long as you're
Uh-huh.
paying out something, man, just keep your head up and keep reaching for the stars, man. It's been an honor.
Oh, you'll see
Truly.
me again. You'll see my name up on the leaderboard, all right?
Yeah, for sure, man. And with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like. And if you want to leave a comment, show Jason what you might have learned today. I mean, he's such a young guy. Share how young you are in the comments and when you started trading. And of course, turn on the notification bell to be notified when the funded trader releases a new video. That's all for today. Peace.
Peace out.